everyone, welcome back to Romeo Roots. In this video, I am going to show you a fast and simple way to find your ancestors' last will and testament searching on FamilySearch. Now, if you've ever tried to find probate records before, you know that it can be a daunting task. There are thousands, if not millions of pages of probate records. And so if you've ever tried to find your ancestors' last will and testament or any other probate records, it might feel like finding a needle in a haystack because none of these pages are indexed. You can't just search for your ancestor's name and have it come up. So if that has been an issue for you, here is a very fast and simple way to find your ancestors' last will and testament on FamilySearch in less than 10 minutes. Let's get into the video. Okay, so here I am on the ancestry profile of my fourth great-grandfather, Nicholas Moore. Now, as you can see, I have his death date down as the 28th of October, 1854 in Columbus, Franklin County, Ohio. Now, I got that date and that location from this Find a Grove profile here. I still am having issues proving that this Nicholas Moore is the father of Henry Moore. And so what I wanted to do was try to find his last will and testament. Those are prime sources for verifying parentage. In his last will and testament, he'll write out his children's names, which will prove or disprove that Henry is his actual child. It'll also prove or disprove that his wife's name was Catherine, because I haven't been able to verify that either. I am going to show you how to find his last will and testament, and you can apply this to anyone that you're researching as well. So I always research on FamilySearch. You may have a better way of doing this on Ancestry, but of course if you don't have an Ancestry subscription, that won't be free for you. So I always use FamilySearch. It's free, it's accessible to anyone. So I'm going to tell you how to do this on FamilySearch. So I am going to go down here and find a collection. So I assume the collection title is going to be something like Ohio Probate something or other. So I'm going to type that in. And you'll see that a few options come up as I begin to type it. Ohio Probate Records or Cuyahoga, I'm probably not saying that right, Cuyahoga County Probate Records, Montgomery County, Stark County. He lived in Franklin County, so he wouldn't be in any of these three, but I'm going to try to look in Ohio Probate Records generally, because that should give me a breakdown of the counties. Now, you also have to remember, everyone should know this if you've tried to research probate records, that these aren't indexed. No one has transcribed them, you can't search them, so I can't just type in his name here and find him. So you are going to go down to this button down here that says Browse Through Images, and in this case we have nearly 7 million images to browse through, but not to worry, that sounds way more daunting than it actually is. It'll take you to this page where it breaks down all the counties of Ohio or whatever state you're looking in. So we are looking for Franklin County, break it down a little bit more. So I'm going to click here on Franklin. And now we have all these different volumes. We have administration bonds, we have estate indexes, executors bonds, letters and bonds, probate records, wills, all sorts of probate records here. But of course, I am just interested in his will. So I am interested in this part over here that says wills and all these different dates. So Nicholas supposedly died in October of 1854, and we are lucky in that the only one of these volumes that could fall under is right here, 1847 to 1863. So we've gone from 6 million images to 581, which is still way too many. Don't worry, you actually do not have to browse through every single one of these 580 pages to find the will you're looking for. I'm going to show you how to do it really quickly. So typically the beginnings of these books have indexes in them. If they don't, then I don't know what to tell you, but typically they will have indexes in them that were written at the time that the wills were entered into the book. So you just have to go through the first few pages until you get to an index, which will begin to look like this. So if we zoom in, we'll see that the index goes in alphabetical order, not necessarily order of date, just alphabetical order. So A, B, and then it'll keep going. And of course, these are 1847 to 1856, and we're looking for 1854. But these are not organized by dates, they are just organized by the alphabet. So we are going to scroll over to the M's where Nicholas Moore should appear. And if he doesn't appear, then I'm back to square one. But I have hope. So here we are at the M's, And I'm going to look for more Nicholas. And here we go, guys. More Nicholas will. Page 383. So I found him. So now the challenge is to actually find that page, because what I will tell you is the page numbers listed here are not the page numbers listed here. I cannot just type in 383 and find where I'm going, because of course these page numbers take into account the first pages of the book, all the random indexes, they're just not equal. So what you have to do in the beginning is just guesstimate. Just guess. For example, right now I'm looking at a bunch of different page numbers and it looks like the highest that they go to is 439. So I could guess that this page 439 is close to this 581 here. So I'm going to guess that page 383 is close to maybe page 450. So I'm just going to type in page 450 and see what I get when I do that. It takes me to page 355. So I'm not quite there. We're on page 355. We got to be at 383. So you just keep typing up a little bit until you get to the page that you need to be. 375. Let's just keep scrolling. 377, 379, 381, and 383. So this should be the page that Nicholas's will is on, but if you'll notice, this is John McDonough's will, not Nicholas Moore, and he is not on this page anywhere. So what that tells me is that there's probably two different books. Within these 581 pages, there's probably two different books. Now, the book that I'm looking for is the first one, because clearly we're at the end of the numbers here. I'm on page 383 and he's not there, so I need page 383 of the first book. And you know what? Actually, it's probably volumes C and D. We're probably in volume D right now, and I need page 383 of volume C. So if you find that this is what happens to you, you're just going to have to backtrack a little bit. So I am going to just guesstimate and go to page 200 because that will likely be volume C. And page 200 takes me to page 345. So we still have a bit farther in the book to go. Let's try page 230. Oh, gone too far. Now we're at page 405. So let's try page 220. Here's page 385, so I'm just going to go one over. And page 383, Nicholas Moore will. We found it. That was so quick. Thanks for watching that video, guys. I hope that was helpful. We were able to go from 6 million images down to 581, down to the exact page where the will was kept in under 10 minutes. So go ahead and try that method on your own ancestors whose last wills and testaments you're trying to find, and make sure you're subscribed to this channel for more content just like this.